if I'm running an organization as a big development team, maybe a software company or some other kind of company, and then maybe I have a different, a sort of an offshore strategy, and maybe I'm doing some things in Europe, or I'm doing some things in different parts of the world. Should I sort of look at that potentially differently because of this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it's a reboot of your software development lifecycle, and I don't mean the geeky part of how to use GitHub. I mean it's a reboot of literally how you think of the timing of your software releases, how
Mhm.
fast you think you can achieve what markets you want to go after. I mean, it's such an enabler that you may be looking at parts of your space that you would say, no, I can't tackle that. Too much infra is needed, too much investment. But now, if this can be automated, how fast can you move through that, right? So I think it's a big reboot. Oh, and then when you start talking, mechanistically, all right, if you say, yeah, Mike, I know I'm going to reboot my business, but what do I do now, right? What do I do right now? I think that's where some of the kinds of things you're pointing out. Look, I mean, any developer anywhere in the world can use this technology. Well, and maybe not in China, I guess, in some situations, but it's broad use, and intelligent people are going to be able to use it everywhere. So it's not excluding any one strategy that you already have in place. What it really is doing is saying, where are you focusing your efforts on designing your product features or on good coding architecture, right? That's the reboot. That's the sort of bitter lesson here, is to spend more time figuring out what you want out of the solution and letting the AI take over more of the work rather than getting stuck in the minutia of what you think you needed to do because of the strategy that you had before you could take
Yeah.
Gen AI into account.
In addition to velocity, though, it does shorten the distance. And I'm not just talking geographic distance to offshore kind of development, but the distance between development and the business. You're closer to the business and you can iterate much tighter in your own time zone and sometimes even in your own head, right? That you don't have to even go to other humans. And so I do think it does, and it will cause a fundamental rethinking of how offshore and remote development's done because again that distance can be shortened and oftentimes it's that distance that creates the disconnects between what the business needs and what's delivered.
I mean, I think it's very fundamental. It's kind of like the rules have changed, right? You were, I don't know, playing tennis, and somebody then inserted pickleball rules and changed the court on you and all that. It's
Right.
it's not the same thing. I mean, the end result might be, you're winning by delivering something, but first you should set your aspirations to solve the problem in a way that gains from the machine intelligence. Right.